A little bit about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are two of the richest white people you'll ever meet. And I want to break down why their net worth increased by, if I'm not mistaken, about $200 billion during the pandemic. You might say, well, everybody was struggling during the pandemic. How did these two guys, Musk and Bezos, make $200 billion during the pandemic? Well, I'm going to break that down for you. So buckle up, seatbelt, get comfortable. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about black wealth every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day, under one condition. The condition is that if you are here, you just have to be black first. You don't have to be black. It's okay if you're not black. We don't hate you. We don't waste our time hating people. We spend our time, and we invest our time in making ourselves better. So we believe in the B1 philosophy. B1 means we're black first. B1 also means that we must be one to be successful. B1 also means that we want our children to get ahead of the curve, not behind the 8-ball. So if you agree with the philosophy, put a hashtag B and the number 1 in the chat, hashtag B1. That's the hashtag you can use online to join B1 conversations. All right. So hello, Felicia and Max and Abdul and Bay. I see you. And what's going on Instagram? My Instagram is The Real Boyce Watkins. I see you all on Instagram also. Now, what I want to talk about real quick, just because it was on my brain and because I just, when you own the platform, you can talk about whatever you want. I want to talk about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And so here is here's the deal. The reason that Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos came to mind for me today is because Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are, if I'm not mistaken, top 2 richest people on the planet. Right now, Elon Musk's net worth is about $318 billion, give or take a couple billion. I mean, what's a couple $1 billion between friends? And Jeff Bezos is over $200 billion also. Now, the specifics of their net worth is not important here. I'm not here to tell you how much money they have and sit around pocket watching other people. I don't care about that. Instead, I'd prefer to talk about what I noticed. One thing I noticed that you may want to pay attention to as it pertains to how they acquired so much wealth. Now, first of all, let me just do a quick double check. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Give me a yes if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me all right, because I want to make sure I'm coming through okay. I just hooked up my mic. I don't want to be silent or sound funny. If you can hear me, just give me a yes in the chat. That'll let me know you can hear me. All right. So if you notice, so during the pandemic, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk saw a massive rise in their net worth. In fact, for those of you that are watching on Dr. Bush TV or the Black Financial Channel, you'll see a chart on the screen. If you're on Instagram, you won't see it, but just go to drbushtv.com. You can see this chart. This chart is Elon Musk's net worth since 2011. Now, if you look back around 2011, 2012, he was still a billionaire, but his wealth just skyrocketed around 2011, or sorry, 2021. I said 2011, guy. 2021, right? His net worth just kind of went crazy. And a lot of it was linked to the rise in Tesla stock. Same thing with Bezos. Bezos' net worth shot up like crazy because of Tesla stock. Now, if you don't know who these guys are, there's a picture on the screen. They're just 2 very happy looking white people. I mean, why would you not look happy if you've got that much money in the bank? Now, here's the interesting thing. Here's what I want you to pay attention to. When this whole pandemic began, there was kind of a panic, like a widespread panic. And during this panic, everybody froze. Everybody froze. Like, what's going to happen next? Are we going to die? Are we going to live? What are we going to do? Right. And I froze too for a minute. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Pandemic, virus. What's going on? So, there were a couple types of people in the pandemic. I noticed there were people who just sort of froze, and because of their fear, they stopped moving. And they just said, okay, they looked at the government and said, tell me what to do next. What do I do? Dr. Fauci became a hero. Everybody was sort of hanging on their TV set, trying to figure out what to do next. And everybody thought they were kind of going to die. Even little children to this day are still, I had to talk to our 11-year-old because she was wearing a mask, even in public, like out in the open air. And I was like, they have scared these poor kids to death. And I don't think that hardly any kids died from this virus. I mean, the numbers are like less than 1% of 1% of 1%, like that tiny. More kids died from the swimming pool than died from the virus, but still, I'm not here to debate the virus. But here's what I want to kind of point out. If you go back to when the pandemic began, I want you to go back and watch how Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos were moving when the pandemic began. First off, Elon Musk, I think he put up a tweet or something where he said basically this is BS. He literally said something like that. He just said it straight up. He said this is all BS. And of course, the cancel culture pops in like, we're going to cancel you because you're not agreeing with what everybody's saying, and you're not in fear like everybody else. Like, how dare you act like you shouldn't be frozen in fear? Elon Musk kept moving, and throughout the whole pandemic, he was getting in fights. If you remember, he was getting in fights with the local commissioners out in California, which had an extreme reaction to the pandemic. I mean, shutting everything down. And he was like, no, I'm moving my factory to Texas because we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna test. We're gonna clean everything, sanitize, but we will not stop doing business. We're not gonna freeze up because you froze up. You can freeze up. You can sit there like this for the rest of your life in fear, just whatever. You can do that if you want to, but everybody's not gonna do what you're doing, right? As a result, Musk kept it moving. As a result of Musk keeping it moving, Musk is now worth $318 billion, and he might be worth another $10 billion by the end of the week. Now, there's a philosophical debate over whether or not a person should have that much money. I mean, that's a whole nother debate that's out there, and I don't disagree with that. I agree with all the politicians who say that the tech giants to this day have become the modern robber barons of this era. Back 100 years ago, you had a massive wealth inequality because the government wasn't doing its job, just like right now. And you allowed people like Carnegie and Rockefeller and JP Morgan to have so much money that I believe JP Morgan actually loaned the government enough money to bail itself out or to whatever. Like literally one man was able to loan the government money. Like that's how much money JP Morgan Chase had. So that's a debate that I can get with. I totally get that. I get that. The vast majority of the wealth is going to Silicon Valley. That's why I've been telling Black folks to get adjusted for the future. Get your kids and have them make sure they know two things: technology and entrepreneurship. If they become tech entrepreneurs, they have a chance to get a little piece of that money, right? So that's why a lot of HBCUs fail, because all HBCUs do, and most of them, I'm not saying all of them, but like Howard, they produce a lot of employees. You're not going to have big donors that can get your children out of moldy dorms if everybody has to ask their boss for permission to take the day off to go make a small donation. The people that pull your kids out of moldy dorms are the ones who can write a check and build a whole $100 million dorm that the kids can move into next week so that they don't have to live in the middle of mold. So you can spend your life on your knees begging if you want to, but I'm just sitting here telling you how to make a real power move, right? So anyway, let me keep going. I've had some of this conversation. Let's talk about Mr. Bezos. Mr. Bezos, again, let's go back to the pandemic. Amazon was also heavily criticized, right, by typically people on the left because they didn't shut down. Remember, Amazon was like, yo, you mean half of our competition is gone? What? So Amazon said, okay, we're going to be patriotic and serve the American people by being the only people around that you can order products from, because we're going to keep our factories open. So Amazon spent billions of dollars. They made an announcement. They ran ads saying we spent $4 billion or our whole quarterly profit sanitizing down our facilities to make sure that they're safe, but we're going to keep it rocking. We're not going to stop delivering your packages. Most of y'all, give me a yes or no in the chat right now. Yes or no. How many of you ordered an Amazon product during the pandemic? How many of you, give me a yes or no. This will show you the power of the Bezos and what the power of that power move, that gangster move, where he had no fear. He kept moving. How many of you ordered at least one Amazon product during the pandemic? In fact, put a double yes if you ordered 2 or 3 or 10 or 50 or 100. I had an Amazon product on my door this morning, man. Seriously. That's why he made so much damn money. He made money because he kept it moving. And I'm not mad at him. You have people like, oh my God, these drama queens. Oh my God, you're killing everyone. The workers are all going to die. Ah! I don't know. Maybe somebody in the Amazon factory died, but they have like 1 million employees. I'm not saying that. I mean, every life has value, but what happened was a lot of people were being overly influenced by the drama queens, and the drama queens came hard because they were trying to win an election. That's what it was, and they used fear as a pathway to win the election by getting you to basically jack up your own economic situation by sitting there afraid. So one of the things that I did during the pandemic was, I didn't stop moving. I did research. I have a wife who's a really brilliant and beautiful college professor. We look at data, we look at numbers, man. We know we don't trust the damn government. These suckers lie. We don't trust corporate America. We don't trust big pharma. We don't trust nobody. Even our doctor. If he give me some heavy news, I'm gonna go get a second opinion. No, you're not amputating nothing off of me until I talk to 2 or 3 other doctors just to make sure that we've covered all the bases. Not that I don't think your medical degree is good and valid, but I'm not gonna let you amputate a part of my body without me finding out what else is going on. By the way, thank God I don't have that situation to deal with. But still, seriously. So what I would just say is that I know I understand the complexities of Bezos and Musk having so much wealth. When I look at both those guys, I have mixed feelings. On one hand, I am very, very impressed that Elon Musk is a man who's made a lot of money, who wants to use that money to do something really interesting, like go to Mars. I think personally, again, because I'm a space enthusiast, I think that's the coolest thing in the world. I like the fact that Bezos is going to space. I think space is the next frontier. The metaverse and space, those are kind of the two things that the rich white guys are fighting over right now. And you got Zuckerberg fighting for the metaverse, and Bezos and Musk are fighting for the universe, right? So maybe you can't play that game. And I'm not saying you should or shouldn't, although you could be a part of that, right? Many of you, some of you own stock in Amazon. Did you know the majority of Musk's wealth or net worth growth occurred because of how much Tesla stock he owns? The majority of Bezos's net worth growth occurred because of how much Amazon stock he owns. All of you have the ability, and you've always had this, to get on your app and buy yourself some stock in both of those companies, right? You're not going to be worth $318 billion. I hope that you are, but you may not be, but you might add maybe another 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 grand to your net worth. And I did see people do that, right? So this is my point on this, right? This is why I brought up the Bezos and Musk thing. Actually, let me ask you guys if you could do me a small favor. Please hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up right now. Please do that. If you haven't done it yet, please do that. We need that. That really helps the algorithm. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it. I have to ask you guys to do that because that's really important for the growth of our platform that we own. It's Black owned. Also, by the way, some of you are asking about the convention and how to sort of see stuff from the convention. Well, allblackdigital.com is a digital platform we set up where we're going to put everything from the convention in All Black Digital. So you can go to allblackdigital.com and sign up if you missed the convention or you want to see it again. It was really extraordinary in case you haven't heard. Ask anybody. Don't ask me. Remember, I told you about second opinions. Go ask other Black people who were there and then let them give you their honest opinion. And then I hope that you'll consider joining us for next year. Now, with that said, here's my point. Here's why I took the time in the middle of whatever else I was doing to say I need to talk to Black people about these two random white guys who have made a ton of money. I'm not here to glorify and worship these guys. They're they seem like decent people, but I don't know anything else about them. What I am here to say is that I believe that one of the secrets to enormous success is having the ability to keep it moving. The ability to keep it moving. Some of y'all were, that follow me noticed maybe this morning I was running this race with my wife, right? We ran this 15K in Chicago called the Hot Chocolate. And I did not want to run a 15K. I was like, God, Alicia, why are you talking me into this? But she's so beautiful that, she talks me into stuff and I just go along with it because I'm just, I just think this woman's amazing. And here's the thing. You know what I said to myself the whole time when I was running? All I kept saying is, boy, you ain't got to go fast. Just keep moving. In the middle of that race, there was literally a point in this race where I had the option of running a 5K. 5K is 3 miles. That's easier to do. We do 5Ks every 2 days. 15K is big. That's 9 miles. That's more than I typically run. And I'm running along and I see the sign, literally a fork in the road. Go this way if you want to run the 15K. Run this way if you want to run the 5K. By this time, I'm in maybe mile 2. I'm feeling not too tired, but a little bit tired. And I'm sitting there thinking, man, I could just go ahead and go left and do the 5K, and then I'll be done. I can go chill. I'll be in the bathtub, soaking. I'll be straight. And something stopped me. Something made me keep going down the 15K route, even though I hadn't trained and I wasn't prepared for any of that. And I kept going, and I finished that damn race. And you know what I kept saying to myself the whole time was, boy, you ain't got to go fast. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Right. And I really want to just tell you guys, in terms of a secret to success in life, it ain't about running fast. It ain't about being all pumped up and going hard every day and having motivation. Like, I'm motivated. That helps. Motivation is a spark. But really what gets you there is not motivation. It's actually discipline. Jay Morrison, shout out to Jay Morrison. He actually put this on his Instagram page. I said, that's a great point. It's the ability to just say, you know what, whatever is happening right now, nothing will stop me from continuing to move forward. Even if I'm moving forward slowly, I will always continue to move forward. And if you look at Bezos and Musk, this is why I brought those two into the conversation today. Both of those guys saw the pandemic, they assessed the danger, and they kept it moving. So many of you, maybe you kept it moving during the pandemic. You're probably doing better off financially. In fact, how many of you are doing better financially now than you were before the pandemic? Give me a yes or no. If many of you started investing and stuff like that, you're probably doing better now, right? That's because you kept it moving. When you go through life, you'll run into doubters that's putting negative stuff in your ear. Well, you got to keep it moving, right? You're gonna run into haters who hate everything you do and want to spit on it, right? Everybody ain't gonna love what you're doing. I run into haters all the time. Y'all seen me. You've seen me. You go online, and I've had people say, "Man, I went online, and you have a lot of people that hate you." And does it bother me? I mean, it's kind of big. It's unfortunate. It's like, dang, man, what's wrong with you? But you ain't gonna keep me from moving. I'm gonna keep it moving. I assess. I look at the variables. I keep it moving. You have financial challenges. You assess the situation, and you keep it moving. Right? No matter what it is, assess and keep it moving. Setbacks, assess and keep it moving. You always got to keep it moving. So everybody type in the chat so we can know we got this message. Everybody type, keep it moving. KIM. I got a best friend, a buddy from high school named Kim. So this is a tribute to Kim. You can type KIM or you can type the whole word, keep it moving. KIM. So everybody give a shout out to Kim because that's what it is. Keep it moving. If you keep it moving, then you will achieve most of your goals. And if you don't get the goal that you set out for, you're going to achieve something. You're going to achieve a hell of a lot more than you would achieve by sitting on the sidelines or getting scared or letting fear distract you. A lot of people let fear throw them off their game. And next thing you know, you done got scared of some shit that you had no business being scared of in the first place. It was never as bad as you thought it was, but because of your own stuff internally, you couldn't continue to move forward. So you froze in fear. That's why I'm telling you, every Black person I know, including myself, is in deep need of therapy and self-help. I'm a big believer in that because most of us are crazy. We're traumatized. Traumatized people react strongly to fear. That's how they win elections, is by constantly throwing fear at you. Oh, the Republicans gonna kill you. Oh my God, the Trump supporters gonna come to your house and chop up your children. It's fear because they know that traumatized people freeze when it comes to fear. So if you don't have the ability to keep it moving when you run into something that scares you, either A, get surrounded by positive people who will continue to help you move forward, right? Whether that's losing weight or trying to make more money or trying to go to the next level in whatever it is you're trying to do. Whenever you have fear, sort of distract you when it comes to investing. There are people that stop investing because of fear. They lose a little money and they run away. John Rogers, a billionaire in Chicago, wrote a great article years ago where he said the Black community probably lost $1 trillion during the market crash of 2007, 2008, because fear caused them to not keep moving and they jumped out of the stock market. And next thing you know, all the money got made and they weren't even there to get it. They missed out on everything. They missed out on the whole rise because of fear. So you cannot let fear stop you. You must continue to move forward. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Process the fear. So again, either get with a group of people that can keep you going and keep you disciplined, that will help you fight through the fear, or B, if you have the ability to do that, I would look into self-help. I would look into therapy. If you can get a therapist, get you a therapist and process all that shit so that you can get past your own BS and become successful. You have no idea how many people I know who could be millionaires right now because they have all the tools that they need to be successful, but they can't get past whatever's in here. And it might be something that happened when they were like 4 years old and they still stuck with them when they're 44. Life is too short for that, man. You got to keep on moving. Okay. So anyway, that was why I talked about Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk today. And it was on my mind. It was on my spirit. God told me to talk to you guys about it. So here I am. So anyway, guys, I'm about to go. Don't forget allblackdigital.com if you want to see the convention or a replay of the convention. Also, don't forget we have our book club meeting every Wednesday night. I believe I can make it Wednesday. I'm going to Atlanta. I got to go buy this house in Atlanta. We're getting some property down there. I told you guys we're setting up shop in Atlanta. We do have an office in the Black House. House. Alicia and I both are going to be in the Black House down. Jay Morrison, the Tulsa Fund, created the Black House. I'm an investor in the Tulsa Fund, so we wanted to support. So we went and got an office down there. So Atlanta is like a second base. Where will the next convention be? We don't know yet. It's going to be either Detroit, Dallas, or Charlotte. Let me just promise you this. I can't tell you exactly what city it will be in, but I can tell you that we will do something this year in Detroit, Dallas, and Charlotte. We will hit all three of those cities. So there you go. That's as much as I know. All right, guys, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe button before you go. I'm out of here. It was great talking to you, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope you reach everything that is within your realm of possibility. God bless you. Take care. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be good. Peace.